This 5-minute guide to teacher concerns about the mobile classroom is based on a recent panel discussion that we took part in. These issues reflect some of the general concerns that educators have about the implementation of mobile learning. Each of the points is based on a thread that was brought up during the panel, and we've added some commentary to those. Clearly there are issues with BYOD, bring your own device, not least that of compatibility across platforms. But a key point in favour of BYOD is that of ownership and personalisation. So students using their own devices and being able to take them home, this will strengthen the home-school connection for younger learners and also encourage out-of-class learning for all learners. But we do need to remember that for some learners in some contexts, bringing often expensive mobile devices to and from school may in fact be unsafe by leaving them open to mugging, for example. As with any materials, relevance and coherence are important, but we also need to guide our students through already available content for consumption via mobile devices. But perhaps more interestingly, we can encourage the use of mobile devices to capture information and to record out and about, to document what learners actually need. Most importantly, I think, whatever we decide to do with our mobile devices, we need to ensure that it supports learning. A cool app may be cool, but does it actually help our students learn anything? I think the key questions we ask ourselves about any digital tools or materials hold true for mobile and indeed any other kind of learning materials. What are those questions? There are a couple of links in the commentary below that you can find more about. Acceptable use policies, or AUPs, acceptable use policies, these need to be in place often to deal with what could be unacceptable behaviour, in the case of younger learners, of course. After all, we do expect certain standards of behaviour face-to-face, and online is no exception. We need to be careful not to tie things down too much though. If we limit internet access because we fear our students may misbehave when online or access inappropriate content, then we often end up doing our learners a disservice. For adult learners, online netiquette guidelines can be given or possibly negotiated with students. This can be a danger, of course, but there are a number of possible solutions. For example, you could set up rosters for tutorials or for homework help, and these can be managed at an institutional level. We can encourage collaborative learning activities so that our learners get on with tasks without the teacher having to give feedback on absolutely everything. I think effective task design is the key here, setting clear expectations about and limits to when and how often you can be contacted as the teacher. It's best to start small by implementing a pilot approach in your institution with only a few classes and teachers who are keen to take part. Good technology support needs to be in place to deal with the nitty-gritty of things like backing up of class sets of iPads or installing apps or transferring work from devices to the teacher, that sort of thing. Pilot project teachers need to be personally supported by a team leader. For larger projects, an online community to discuss and share what's being done, plus possibly regular face-to-face meetings like every month or every 6 weeks. These can also be very helpful. Any training needs need to include the methodology behind the activities and the tools being used, not just how to deal with the technology. With younger learners up to the age of about 16, holding sharing events with parents and building in learning materials for children to take home on devices can garner important parental support for mobile device-based projects. That's it for this 5-minute guide. See you next time.